The slap of cold coffee across her blouse should have broken her. The accusations of theft should have ended her career. But in just 24 hours, the woman they humiliated would return, not as their intern, but as their new CEO. Stay tuned, because what you're about to witness is not just a story of revenge. It's a masterclass in exposing workplace discrimination at the highest level. And the way she turned humiliation into triumph will leave you speechless. Under the gleaming skyline of San Francisco, Bennett Industries stood as a titan of innovation. To the public, it was a dream workplace. Behind closed doors, it was something very different. When Eliana Brooks, a Harvard Business School graduate with multiple startup successes, returned home after 5 years abroad, she was ready to claim her legacy, handpicked by her father, Walter Brooks, the company's founder, to become the next CEO. But before she could lead, she had to see the truth by living it. Walter had one condition: spend 1 month undercover as an intern to uncover what the reports and board meetings never showed. What she discovered inside would change everything. Under the name Eliana Cole, she joined the marketing department. Simple clothes, no designer labels, no famous last name. Just another new hire trying to make it. From day one, the hostility was clear. Assigned the worst desk next to the maintenance closet. Old computer that barely booted. No orientation. And worst of all, Heather, the department manager, who made it her mission to break her. "You're the diversity intern," Heather sneered during introductions. "Let's see if you last a week." Instead of client projects, Eliana was tasked with menial chores. Organizing dusty file rooms, fetching complicated coffee orders, and scrubbing floors after fake accidents. Each time she endured humiliation, the snickers around the office grew louder. Meanwhile, new hires who fit the image were showered with opportunities. Every injustice was clear, sharp, unforgettable. Workplace discrimination was alive and thriving at Bennett Industries. The breaking point came when Heather, frustrated by Eliana's unbreakable composure, deliberately spilled scalding coffee over her during a fake reprimand, then loudly mocked her in front of everyone. But Eliana never flinched. Later that same week, Derek, the senior manager, orchestrated something even darker, a setup to frame Eliana for theft. Using old company equipment, he planted a laptop and headphones in her locker, then staged a surprise inspection with security. "You people don't belong here," Derek sneered, holding up the evidence. Security was ordered to escort her out of the building. But before leaving, Eliana calmly said, "I just need to make one quick phone call." On the other end of the line, her father answered. "It's time," she said simply. And with that, the trap they had set for her snapped shut, but not on her. The next morning, every employee was summoned for an urgent company meeting. Rumors swirled, some whispering about theft, others expecting layoffs. At precisely 9 a.m., Walter Brooks entered, flanked by security and senior legal counsel. "I called this meeting because something disgraceful happened under our roof," he began, as Derek stepped forward smugly to present his false evidence. Walter raised a hand to silence him. "I'd like to invite someone special to address you all." The room gasped as Eliana entered. No longer an intern in cheap clothes, but a poised executive in a tailored suit. "My name," she said firmly, "is Eliana Brooks. And starting today, I am your new CEO." Shock rippled through the room, and she wasn't alone. Thanks to hidden security footage, voice recordings, and witness testimonies, every moment of discrimination, every cruel comment, every planted item was exposed. Heather and Derek tried to stammer defenses. Team building, misunderstanding, harmless hazing. But the evidence spoke louder. One by one, employees stood up, speaking about years of mistreatment they had suffered in silence. A junior designer described being repeatedly passed over for promotions. A marketing assistant confessed she'd almost quit after being mocked for her accent. Eliana listened to every word. When it was done, she faced the guilty managers. "Heather Jameson and Derek Reed," she said, "you are terminated effective immediately." The security team escorted them out as the office broke into spontaneous applause. But Eliana wasn't finished. She unveiled sweeping reforms. Anonymous reporting systems, mandatory anti-discrimination training, diversity and inclusion committees, independent cultural audits, Equal opportunity hiring panels. The toxic culture would end, starting that day. As Eliana stood before the employees of Bennett Industries, she spoke not just as a CEO, but as someone who had lived their experience. Respect, she said, is not a privilege. It is the minimum every human being deserves. And at Bennett Industries, it is no longer optional. The company didn't just survive, it thrived. Investors, impressed by her leadership and transparency, rallied behind her. Morale skyrocketed. Productivity soared. New talent poured in. Eliana had turned her month of humiliation into a revolution. And in doing so, she proved one undeniable truth. Real power isn't inherited. It's earned through resilience, integrity, and unshakable dignity.